Так, теперь все в порядке. Hello, everybody! Всем привет, с вами Гест. Сегодня продолжаем прохождение Reason. Вообще, у меня есть и хорошие, и плохие новости. Хорошая в том, что та серия, которую вторую я записал повторно, она удалась. Она стала занимать чуть больше на 500 мегабайт места, но при этом качество ее стало значительно лучше. И, честно говоря, мне давно стоило это сделать. Но, простите, ребята, просто не мог этого знать. Это первое. Но вторая проблема в том, что у меня Reason стала часто вызывать какую-то странную ошибку по поводу Reason Dumps. Что-то там надо ему прописать. Я вот уже разные способы попробовал проверить. У меня почему-то сначала игра может запуститься, она может не запуститься, она может вылететь во время загрузки и не запускаться. Я вот сейчас, в принципе, попытался поставить режим совместимости с Windows 7. В принципе, вроде как все нормально стало идти. Ну что ж, раз с записью все идет хорошо уже, тогда давайте отправляться в лагерь Дона. В лагерь Дона. Блин, какую-то шутку хотел придумать, но ничего в голову не лезет. Так, микрофон-то же записывается, да, записывается. Знаете, как я очень всегда нервничаю по поводу того, если я что-то делаю, и это касается работы. Вот прямо перфекционизм у меня зашкаливает, потому что я стараюсь сделать так, чтобы все было как можно ближе к идеальному уровню. Есть у меня такой перфекционизм, на самом деле это не есть хорошо. Если у вас в голове нету перфекционизма, то вы гораздо больших успехов добьетесь в жизни, чем если он у вас будет, потому что вы будете делать больше действий, в то время как перфекционисты будут делать меньше действий. Понимаете, да? То есть количество против качества всегда выигрывает на самом деле количество. Такое вот соотношение. Так, тут больше никакой ценной травы нету. Ян.
What's the Don got to offer me?
Meat, beer, a job. He might even train you as a fighter. You got a sword, after all. Most they'll let you have up at the monastery is a staff. Just a big stick. That's not a real weapon.
Ну, вообще-то посохом можно воевать, но им довольно сложно, и только с опытом игры это приходит.
All right, show me the way to your camp.
Good man. Follow me.
Good man. Он не говорит правильная мысль вообще в английской версии. Он говорит, типа, хороший мальчик. Ну, тут, конечно, русская локализация... Ну, блин, видите, он без такого, скажем так, намека говорит. Блин, крысы. Стоит ли их убивать? Да я думаю, нет. А может, и стоит. Ладно, это опыт халявный. Пока с нами Ян, в принципе, можно порисковать. Ну они не сильные. Так, вон там кабанчики и 2 кабана, это уже серьезно. Блин, я не справлюсь с ними сейчас. Я вообще к кабанам подходить не буду. У меня слишком нет на это рисков. Одна смерть, одно прохождение.
Look to the north. You see the ruins sticking out of the ground?
Yeah, I've seen ones like that before.
Well, the white robes set up a camp there. If you're smart, you won't be seen up there. Otherwise, you'll be snatched up and taken to the monastery. Do you want to be a slave or a free man?
You're really hammering this home, aren't you?
Sorry. You're right, you're your own man. Free to do what you like. Come on. It isn't much further.
Ну вот, не суйся. Я к вам еще загляну, ребята, но потом, когда я буду уже состоять в монастыре. Волчары. Стоит ли мне изучать искусство потрошить животных? Я вот даже не знаю. По-моему, нет. Это лишняя трата опыта.
If you follow the path north, you'll come to our camp. And watch out for the hunters. The lazy beggars are always trying to get others to do their work for them.
Thanks for your help.
You've been through enough. You deserve a bit of kindness. I'm sure I'll see you around. Good luck.
Он говорит, остерегайся охотников, при этом сам охотник. Я вот этот момент в игре никак не могу понять. Если он сам охотник, то почему он говорит нам остерегаться охотников? Это типа как я русский, но ты остерегайся русских. Хотя, в принципе, понять можно в настоящей реальности. Так, тут где-то была крыса шальная. Если мне память не изменяет. Но что-то я ее не вижу. Она где-то нападать должна рядом. И она меня довольно убивала. Вот она. Так, с ней надо разобраться сейчас. Потому что... Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой! Блин, да иди ты нахер! Откуда ты взялась там? Тварина. Я ж не знал, что вас здесь двое. Да чтоб вас! Ой! Что-то вас дохренище тут собралось. Нифига себе, я зоопарк сагрил. Блин, чуть я не сдох. Жесть, как они меня напугали. А я думал, что мне ничем не удивить.
Hey, you. Where do you think you're going?
I'm just taking a look around.
Just messing. Have to make my own entertainment. Gets a bit boring round here. Apart from the rotworms eating people. I'd stay on the walkway and not go too far out into the swamp. Believe me, being eaten by those creatures is not the way a man should go. Hang on, I think I've got a map somewhere you can have. Although by the looks of you, you could do with a better weapon.
Where can I get a better weapon?
Depends on what you're after. Some swear by a good blade, others prefer the heft of an axe. I'm a hunter, so I favour a bow and arrow. I've got a couple of nice specimens here, actually. For the right price, I'm sure I could part with one or two.
I'm new around here. Got swept in with the tide. What can you tell me about this place?
Ah, I see. Well, then there are a few things you should know. This whole swamp area, from here to the temple in the north, is run by Don Esteban, our leader. I wouldn't mess with him if I were you. He's got some fighters working for him that'd break your jaw as happy as look at you.
What can you tell me about the temple?
Came up from the ground about the time these storms started, and all these beasts came out of it. Never seen the like before. Indescribable they are. Our fighters soon sorted them out. I doubt there's much still alive in there. Well, apart from the Don. He's moved into the temple now. Don't see him very often. No one really knows what he's doing in there. Me, I say hunt, kill, and don't ask too many questions.
Так, в храме еще осталось что живое, уж поверь.
So, you haven't always been here in the swamp?
Nah, we used to have the whole of Harbour Town until the Inquisition came. All their magic and robes and stuff. They pushed us out here. Between you and me, I think the Don's pride took a bit of a knock. He hasn't been the same since. Most folks hate this place, but I like the fresh air. New things to hunt. Always felt too cooped up in town.
What are rotworms?
They can't really be described. Indescribable they are. They're like giant, rotting worms. You can ask Ricardo in the camp.
What else can you tell me about the Inquisition?
Same as everyone else, really. Don't get too close to them, or you'll find yourself dragged off to that monastery. They're not right in the head. I think they do something to them up there. I'm keeping well away. I advise you to do the same.
So, what's your boss doing in the temple?
I couldn't say for sure, but he's become very keen on collecting gold at the moment. He's got diggers working these ruins, and he always gives them a share. He's good like that. I think maybe he's planning on trying to take back Harbour Town. Gold commands a lot of power around here. Maybe even more than the Inquisition with their damn cult.
What do you hunt in the swamp?
Less and less. There are only a few beasties. They may look unappetizing, but you'd be surprised what our cook can do. About the only thing left big enough to feed us all is this large worm over to the west, but he's a big fella. I really need help to take him down. Probably a bit of help to keep him down after I've eaten it too.
How about I help you hunt this worm?
Oh, that's good of you. Tell you what, if we kill that thing together, I'll give you 30 gold. I hope you're well prepared. Don't want your death on my conscience.
Нет, я еще не хорошо подготовился.
Let's trade.
Я пока что предпочту с такими тварями не связываться. Слишком опасные. Давайте подлечимся. Кстати, касаемо сохранения, я буду сохраняться, но не для того, чтобы загружаться, а чтобы просто, если игра вылетит, или будут какие-то баги, то мне придется загрузиться, чтобы серию потом не записывать заново. Так, в болото я пока не хочу ходить, там опасные твари есть, с которыми меня пока нет желания справляться. Рикардо.
Hey,
Hey,
Hey.
any trouble today?
no,
Expecting any?
no,
Must be fun being a guard.
not really.
What exactly do you guard in a swamp?
Flies, the smell, the dawn.
Дон.
The dawn.
Back there in that temple,
Блин, у него такой...
but my post is here,
Он такой неболтливый.
the swamp.
Sounds like an important job.
Блин, английская озвучка лучше. Английская озвучка лучше, я это чувствую.
What is there around here that people need guarding from?
You must have seen them.
Seen what?
Those things.
Things?
The things from the ruins.
There are ruins everywhere.
The ones that came up from the ground. The ground is warped or something.
Who's in charge here?
The Don.
Who?
The
Дон.
Don.
Right. You don't talk much.
What do I want to talk for? I don't know you.
Where is the Don?
In the temple.
Is he religious? So what does he do in there?
Avoids being out here.
Он религиозный, типа наш персонаж спросил.
You ever have any problems with the locals?
Locals. They give you any trouble, you just smack them around.
Or you could try talking to them. That's where these things are.
Yeah. They're all over that excavation site in the middle of the swamp.
And
They make me nervous.
why?
They're disgusting.
Aha.
Он говорит, типа, они действуют мне на нервы. Блин, русский перевод не точный, если честно я скажу.
Getting anything out of you is like pulling teeth.
That's why I make such a good guard.
You must have picked up some skills to be a guard.
I know how to fight, and I can handle a crossbow.
Can you train me?
To fire a crossbow, all right, but it will cost you.
All right. Let's try this question. Tell me more about these things. The ones in the excavation site.
They're disgusting, big insect things. I wish someone would get rid of them.
I can. I'd need paying. Say 30 gold coins.
30? Yeah. It's worth that to get rid of those things. They're disgusting.
Keep my gold warm. I'll be back for it.
Ну, с ними разбираться я не буду. Он хочет, чтобы я убил вон тех вот насекомых, могильную моль. Но я пока что с ними не буду драться. Слишком опасно. Надо подкачаться пока что. Так, оруженосец. Ягода.
What do you want?
Ягода малина нас к себе манила. Ягода малина в гости звала.
I don't know. What do I want?
You were looking at me.
I'm new here. I'm just getting to know people.
If you don't know I'm the best fighter in the camp, then you ain't been here long enough for me to care.
Да пошел ты.
Hey,
I've not seen you before. Who are you? A fresh-faced young man eager to experience the thrill of an outlaw's life?
maybe.
I can't think why else you'd be here. There are warm alehouses and welcoming brothels in the town. Food and indoctrination at the monastery.
Are you a woodcutter for the camp?
Just because I'm cutting wood doesn't mean I'm a woodcutter. Actually, I'm a hunter. My lads and I provide meat for the camp.
So you lead the hunters?
Normally, yeah, but as you can see, I've got vital woodcutting work to do. So right now, my hunters are running wild like free spirits. Or they think they are.
Can you teach me to hunt?
Sure you wouldn't rather chop wood?
I was thinking more of hunting.
Then you're talking to the right man.
Shouldn't you get someone else to cut the wood?
I'd love to, believe me. But Brogar would nail me to a tree if I left this wood unsawn.
Brogar.
One of the Don's lieutenants, the leader of the fighters, a, shall we say, powerful, single-minded man.
Так, да, игра записывается, все хорошо. Знаете, как я об этом нервничаю просто?
And you're his personal woodcutter.
For my sins,
Why does he want you to do it?
I tangled with him, and now I have to pay. We live by Brogar's laws out here.
Brogar's laws, not the Don's.
The Don wants me to hunt, Brogar wants his fire stoked. You judge who's really in charge.
Why don't you stand up to Brogar?
Him and all his fighters, you mean?
So everyone's afraid of him.
You clearly haven't met him yet. Then you'd understand. He's over there. Go and introduce yourself. Then decide whether you'd stand up to him.
Ну окей, вперед.
Hey,
Did I look like I wanted to talk to you?
whoa there. Someone shoot your dog?
Stupid and mouthy don't wash well round here, especially not from workers.
So you're in charge here?
Nah, they just like me to stand around looking pretty. I'm in charge of the fighters. They're the ones that beat the shit out of lazy workers. Now enough questions. I'm hungry. Bring me a haunch of fried meat from Rachel, the cook up by the smithy. Bit snooty, but a looker. The Don's a lucky man. Of course, with him in that temple all the time, she might need a bit of company.
Так, знаешь что?
Tell you what, you do it yourself.
You got some backbone, haven't you? We'll soon rip that out of you. Boys, give this little fish a lesson in manners. You'll find my lads are tough but fair. Well, they're tough.
Ага. И сейчас я это сказал, чтобы получить халявный опыт.
Brogar says you need teaching a lesson. Time for a little lesson.
Давай. Я такой дерзкий, опасный поц. Пропустил удар. Давай, выходи с костра. Блин, камень. Доминго. Все, но обкрадывать мы его не будем.
You see why people don't stand up to Brogar?
A few bruises won't stop me.
You're lucky it wasn't stab wounds.
His armor and those fighters make him feel tougher than he is.
For you, maybe. For me, that's why I don't tangle with him.
Ну что, получил?
Man like you has clearly seen some action.
Well, you know, I don't like to boast, but I've crushed a few heads. If you want to eat here, you have to work. You want a free ride? Try those white robes at the monastery. They'll give you a free ride all the way to their excavation camps. And keep your paws off other people's stuff while you're here. or you'll lose your paws.
Кстати, меня вот все время удивляло, почему у бойцов Дона, в отличие от бойцов Инквизиции, почему-то все время ржавые мечи в инвентаре. Я вот, честно говоря, своим модом это поправлял и давал им вот такие же мечи, как у меня, потому что, ну, как-то это глупо, что бойцы ходят вообще в каком-то, откровенно говоря, стрёмном шматье.
You scared, little fish?
Хе-хе. Похоже, твоим бойцам не помешал бы пара дополнительных тренировок.
Seems like your fighters could use a few lessons too.
Видите, плюс 300
so
опыта
you ain't
получили.
bad. Give you a few years, you might be as good as me. Maybe. Don't go. You just don't get the caliber of raw killer you used to. They've all gone soft in this swamp.
Brogar is a big fish in a small pond.
And those are giant words. So big, I don't think you know what you're saying.
I know some people wouldn't have a problem if he disappeared.
I won't be responsible for what Brogar would do to you.
Let me worry about that.
Сам довольно хороший парень.
But you're serious, aren't you?
Блин, когда я читаю слово «Сэм», я все время вспоминаю Сэма из «Властелина колец».
What would I have to do to deal with him?
If you work for him, do what he tells you and listen to everything he says. He'll let things slip. But you do know what you're proposing is dangerous.
About Brogar. You might cut his wood, but I don't want to end up as Brogar's lackey.
What does he want you to do?
He wants a haunch of meat.
Do it. Get it for him.
Why should I feed him?
If you want to get him with Brogar, bring him what he wants. Make him trust you, but show him you mean business. That you can be an asset to him, not another slavish camp worker. If he thinks you're clever and that you can't be bullied, he'll take notice.
Who knows about Brogar and wouldn't mind talking to me?
Talk to Lewis, one of my hunters. He knows a few things, more than you'd think. Start with him, see what he says.
I need some better armor.
You won't find it out here. There's only workers' clothes here.
Well, what about your armor? Where did that come from?
Armor for the hunters and fighters comes from the Don. But you won't get close to that if you're not accepted as one of us.
Right, so I've got to join the Don's gang first. All right. Where can I get workers' clothing?
Hawkins is your man. He's one of the Don's lieutenants. He's in charge of the workers.
I could help you.
Я все уладил с Брогаром.
You better not have landed me in it with Brogar. And then one's trouble is another's ease. Rachel needs this meat, so she'll be happy. Take note. Sometimes it's better to take sides and end up in the middle.
Блин, вот английская озвучка здесь гораздо лучше выглядит, потому что он в оригинале сказал типа «Я смогу помочь тебе». А в русской локализации почему-то это звучит как будто «Эй, Сэм, я все уладил с Брогаром, можешь и дальше охотиться». В каком месте, когда я успел что-то уладить с Брогаром? Что за глупость?
Where do I find this Rachel?
She's usually cooking in front of the temple.
About your hunting. I met a hunter called Ian. You haven't mentioned him.
He got himself posted as a guard on the road to Harbour Town. We never see him back here these days. That's another hunter less feeding the camp.
What can you tell me about your hunters?
Well, there's Lewis. Haven't seen him for days. I expect he's under a rock in the swamp. Not even the swamp flies bother him when he's had a skinful. Doug should also be in the swamp. He should be hunting. But I haven't seen him for days either. And of course you know what delightful tasks I have to do.
How can I become one of the Don's men?
Firstly, I'll need to tell you a couple of things. The Don's a powerful man. Well, he was. Since we've been in this swamp, he's hidden in that temple. Hasn't been out for weeks. His wife Rachel's been trying to run the camp. She's the one you need to impress if you want to meet the Don.
Rachel. Right.
Before you charge up to her, you need to be aware of...
Brogar.
You're learning.
Why can't I get to talk to the Don himself?
If you can't get Rachel on your side, maybe you could get past the guard at the temple. Maybe.
Sounds like it could be worth a try.
True, but it's a long shot. Rachel might be your best way in.
About Brogar. How does Rachel feel about him?
She's soft. Brogar bullies her, and she's like that even though the Don's behind her.
Окей. Так, вот этот сундук, вообще я даже не знаю, вот чей этот дом, но я точно знаю, что вот это уже за воровство считается, поэтому здесь мы ничего украсть не будем. С Лоренцо пока говорить не будем, иначе мы один квест не сможем сдать. Кстати, вот я в первый раз вообще в игре не обратил внимания то, что... Да иди нахер. Не обратил внимания, что вот эти ямки можно копать в лагере. Пиво, сундучок.
A little more for me.
Ой, ну, мне просто нечего пока комментировать, поэтому я молчу. Да, ой, как же мне нравится эта игра, блин, я с нее балдею, и мне прям хочется ее записывать все снова и снова. Лучшая серия Reason, на мой взгляд. Тут такая атмосфера. $40 золотых. Очень неплохо. Мы, в принципе, могли бы уже купить рабочую одежду. И, в принципе, я думаю, мне стоит купить броню, учитывая, с каким челленджем я играю. Потому что врагов тут еще будет много в первой главе. О, здорово.
Hey,
Lost, are you? Don't you worry about it. I'll take care of you.
who are you?
Craig. And if you want a fortune in gold, I'm your man.
Your job is to distribute wealth.
Exactly. I arrange little wagers, you give me your gold, and you could double it.
Блин, вообще, честно говоря, его можно сдать Рэйчел, но, если честно, я ничего особенного не имею против... ну, ничего особо не имею против азартных игр. Поэтому я делать этого не буду.
What odds do you offer?
Ah, you're interested. Ha, listen up. I'll explain. You give me a sum in gold. If you win, I'll pay you back double.
And if I lose?
There are no losers, only future repeat gamblers. I'll just keep your gold warm until you want to try and win it back.
How do I place a bet?
Oh, nothing easier. We bet on anything here. Who'll be the next worker to get eaten by a swamp creature? The next winner in the arena? Anything. You can even bet on yourself. If you want to go into the arena.
And can I be sure you'll pay out if I win?
Oh, you of little faith. I'm hurt. If I wasn't honest, do you think I'd last 2 minutes around here?
People fight for gold.
Don't sound so surprised. People have fought for gold since time began. There's a small arena over in the west. That's where it happens. I bet you're worth a gamble. Tough-looking fella like you.
Okay.
Is there somewhere around here I can train for combat?
I wouldn't normally do this, but I'll train you if you like. Always good to get the inside skinny, in case you go into the arena.
Кто из бойцов лучший?
Which of the fighters here are the best?
Based on recent form, Ricardo's a loser. Lorenzo isn't too sharp either. Used to be alright. Faded a bit these days. I'd say Domingo is probably the best in camp.
Меня всегда удивляло, почему у Лоренцо броня лучше, чем у Доминго, но при этом Доминго лучше, чем Лоренцо. Мне кажется, что это какой-то косяк разработчиков, почему-то.
Tell me more about the arena.
It's all friendly. Just a few bruises and broken limbs. It isn't to the death. It's where we train and test ourselves. If you fancy a fight, just challenge one of our fighters. If he accepts, he'll go into the arena with you. The fight starts when both willing volunteers are in the arena with their weapons drawn. The first fighter to go down loses.
That's clear enough.
Окей.
I've decided to fight in the arena.
That's what I wanted to hear. Well done. Do yourself proud. Remember, once either man hits the ground, the fight's over. Carrying on when your opponent's on the dirt, well, that's not fair play, is it? You'll pay dearly if you break that rule.
Right.
Вообще, на самом деле, я пробовал убивать этих людей когда-то, и, по-моему, мне ничего за это не было. Ну, я пока не хочу никаких сделок заключать. Давайте лучше съедим яблочек. О, вот, сила +1. Подлечимся. Какие-то оруженосцы.
You look relaxed.
The busy mosquito is swatted at dawn. The happy snail does nothing but yawn. We're in a swamp. What's there to make an effort for?
The Don just lets you relax.
Never see him. Beppo's always chasing us to hump crates round. All that effort for what? A pile of old crap. Hawkins is my boss, and if Hawkins doesn't care, Beppo can go screw himself. And Hawkins doesn't care about anything.
Right.
Верно. Этого парня будить пока не будем, чтобы проблем не огрести.
I don't like faces I don't know well, and your face is too pretty. Slap some makeup on you and you could work the brothels.
Ты чё, пидор, что ли?
You know I'm new here then.
Shiny skin, gormless expression. You're not the first. It's the heap of gold in the temple. It sucks in idiots like flies to shit. But there's no one round here that wants to split their share of the Don's gold any further.
You're a fighter, right?
I took the advice my teacher gave me. Find something you like and make it your job.
Where did the Don get all his gold?
See that temple? We took it. And guess what? It was full of gold and artifacts and stuff. Now it's full of guards, an ogre, and surrounded by us. There are temples all over the island. Why don't you bugger off and find your own?
What's the Don going to do with the gold? Invest in swampland?
We might be stuck here now, but we're not going to be here forever. Once those religious nutcases are gone, Harbour Town will be ours. Then you'll see.
What are the Inquisition doing in the town?
Pretty face. Shame you're thick as pig shit with it. They only need the town to give them a supply.
Блин, прикольно озвучили.
The real work happens in the monastery. Fuck knows what they do up there.
Окей.
Instead, I get washed up in this place.
Приходишь и заберешь золото из развалин храма.
You just walk in and take the gold from the temple ruins.
Yeah, it's that simple. Go on, try it. Then you'll see the beasts that come charging out of those ruins. You have to deal with them before you get to the shiny stuff.
So you've cleared all those creatures out of the ruins?
Keen to see them, are you? All right. We'll go to a temple ruin nearby. You help me deal with the creatures there, then you can get your share of the gold.
А в чем подвох?
What's the catch?
There's no catch. We clear the place and split the rewards.
How do we split the gold?
50-50.
I'll think about it.
All right, but don't take too long.
Я подумаю об этом. О, кузнец.
Are you the local blacksmith?
Blacksmith? I look like I spend my days making fucking horseshoes. I'm a pewterer, a gilder, a worker of fine metal. And I'm not looking for an apprentice. Particularly one that doesn't know the difference between a metal worker and a smith.
Некоторые диалоги тут с матом, честно говоря, чего нет в русской локализации, что довольно прикольно.
Keep your anvil on. I'm going.
And just who are you? I've not seen you round here.
I'm looking for new weapons.
Looking is for losers. Paying gets you the goods.
Окей.
What have you got to trade?
Так, ну... Купить я ничего лучшего не могу, к сожалению, кроме щита. А стоит ли мне брать этот щит, я даже не знаю. Он 100 золотых стоит. Вот, видите, кстати, кувалда, у нее в оригинале было... В оригинале у нее была сила требуемая 20, насколько я помню. Или 15 у нее была сила требуемая. Что-то вот это не могу вспомнить. Да, вот видите, вот. Точно, мод работает. Все, я теперь вижу. Помните, вот в оригинале, если вы знаете, у копья требуемая сила была 18, а я сбавил ее до 15, что в принципе логично. Поэтому тут посохами можно орудовать довольно быстро. Но пока что я все это дело покупать не хочу, мне это не нужно. Ну, заготовки мечей мне тоже не интересуют. Рэйчел.
Waif and stray looking for pity? Or fortune hunter looking for gold? Looks like I've got another mouth to feed.
Are you the cook?
Amongst other things, you have to be adaptable in these times. One day you've a sword in your hand, the next a ladle. And the cooking relaxes me, if you call stirring wild boar and brugelweed cooking. Sorry, forgotten my manners. I'm Rachel. Here, new mouth, take this meat. Freshly cooked.
New mouth. Блин, в русской ДКС она говорит лишний рот.
Rogar wants a haunch of fried meat.
And he sent you to get it for him? Lazy devil. Well, I've already given you some meat, so you can sort Brogar out yourself.
Блин, какая же красивая озвучка. Я теперь в русской локализации играть не буду. Честно скажу, все. На английскую озвучку я запал.
How are things around here?
Perfect. I don't know why we didn't move out of the town into the swamp earlier. The Inquisition are sucking the life out of the town, but this swamp is sucking the life out of us. We used to be close, all of us. Everyone made their share, worked for their share. Now it's falling apart. And with Esteban in that damn temple, I'm the one trying to hold it together.
Can I help?
And why would you want to do that? What do you want, new mouth? Lazy cutthroats, idle thieves, and mosquitoes. Why do you want in on this?
Why do you think things are falling apart here?
It's those ruins. They've got everyone's mind on treasure, even my Esteban. The whole place is being dug up, although I'm certain that not everything that's being found is being delivered to the camp. Esteban makes sure that all the workers get a share of the gold. He's very fair like that. But someone is looking to line their own pockets.
You think the Don is losing control?
He's a complicated man. The Inquisition's takeover of Harbour Town shook him up badly. All we've got is this place, and it's fragile, especially at the moment. I really don't need someone stirring up trouble.
Who do you think it is lining their own pockets? And what would happen to them if you knew who it was?
He'd be dead. Esteban's not a forgiving man.
So it seems. I need to talk to the Don.
Join the queue. I'm thinking of joining it myself. You can talk to me. When Esteban's busy, and he's always busy, I'm in charge.
Noted. But can you get me in to see him?
No. Look, he needs time alone to think. I'm always having to turn people away, even his good friends. Why would I make an exception for a newcomer?
You mean apart from my rugged good looks?
Believe me, I've seen better. Unless you have something really important for the Don, you aren't going to get to see him. I don't like the situation. I'm his wife and I don't get to see him. But it's his wishes, and we have enough trouble around here without looking for more.
Подкатить решили. Здорово.
Hey.
Hey, what? You better be from Hawkins. I need those crates moving.
What crates?
The ones full of artifacts? What else are we moving? Damn Hawkins. His workers should have delivered them by now. I knew it was too much responsibility for the old coot.
And who is this Hawkins?
A pain in the backside. So-called leader of the workers. Couldn't lead a duck to water if you ask me.
So you're in charge of moving boxes, right?
They're not just any old boxes. They're full of artifacts from the excavation sites. They get dug up, they come to me, and then they go to the Don.
Oh, so you're not even moving boxes for yourself then?
When you get an important role here, then you can make jokes. Until then, shut your bleeding mouth.
What's in these artifact crates?
Puppies. Artifacts, what do you think, genius? Everything that's dug up from the ruins gets crated up. But keep your mitts off them. If you're looking for gold, then do some work. You dig for the Don, then you'll get your share.
I'll think about it. I've just arrived here. I'm not from anyone.
Lazy more like. Bet you never done a decent day's work in your life.
Но это вранье, я потратил свои дни на работу.
Let's talk sensibly. I could help you get your crates.
Think you can? All right. We'll get going and get them moving.
No sense in asking if you know the magic word.
Magic word. Here, you're not with that Inquisition lot, are you? Look, I'll have no magical nonsense around here.
Where are these crates you want moved?
At the excavation site, but they should be here. I swear, those workers are being slack just to wind me up.
Окей. О, тут кружка пива есть. Заберу.
Well, look who's come over all chatty.
Что он сказал?
What? Well, look who's come over all chatty.
Ты, похоже, выглядишь, а что-то не могу до конца перевести, что он говорит.
Stop where you are. You ain't going another step closer to the Don.
О, сколько там золота.
Guarding. Guess that's a really important job.
Most important in the camp. I make sure people don't just stroll in to see the Don. He's very against strolling in. And I'm not pissing Rachel off or I won't get any grub. So, move along.
How do I get permission to speak to the Don?
The Don is busy. He's thinking. Talk to his wife, Rachel. She's in charge.
Right, I'll go and talk to her then.
I ain't got no work for you. Go and see Sam or Hawkins and stop bugging me.
Блин, как мой персонаж еще не замерз от такой мерзлоты, стоя босиком. Вот это понять не могу. Поверьте мне, вы побегаете по такому климату босиком, поверьте мне, ноги у вас просто онемеют. Вам придется потом их ампутировать. Скорее всего, если вы будете на таком холоде стоять.
Oh, you're back, are you? Well, what do you want this time?
You sound like you need help. What if I help out?
You do that. But, well, if you really want to stick your hand in this beehive, you're welcome to. We can certainly use the help. Everything seems to have ground to a halt. Go to the camp lieutenants and see what sort of problems they're having. That should help you get a picture of what's happening here. Maybe we can root out the source of this rot before it reaches Esteban.
About your camp.
So who are the lieutenants here?
If you can't find that out yourself, how are you going to help me? Just go and talk to everyone. You'll find them. You'll soon see who's in charge and who thinks they are.
I was told you're short of food. You need more meat?
Finally, someone who wants to do some work. Yes, I need 10 haunches of raw meat. You bring me the meat, and I'll put a little gold your way.
I never say no to gold. By the way, the fighters are holding show fights in the arena.
Well, they need something to work out their aggression. Leave them to knock each other's brains out. It stops them bothering us.
Brogar is forcing Sam to work for him instead of hunting. He's sawing wood for Brogar's fire. That's why you've not been getting the meat you need.
Damn Brogar. I thought he was trying to undermine Esteban. He'd be nothing without the Don, and now I need that meat.
What do you want to do about it?
Me? You do what you can. There'll be a full-on rebellion if stomachs go empty. If you want to help out, get me meat and get Sam back out hunting.
Окей. Так.
Here, a haunch of fried meat.
Good. You wouldn't want to see me when I ain't been fed.
Why are you making Sam saw wood for you?
What business is it of yours, little fish?
He needs to hunt. If he doesn't, we'll all starve.
And if I don't get wood for my fire, I'll be pissed off. You're pissing into the wind if you wait for Rachel to organise anything. You want something here, you have to take it.
Yeah, I'm beginning to understand that.
Ну, пока не буду с ним говорить.
The temple guard wouldn't let me in.
Do you think he'd invite you in for a beer? He's a guard, remember? You'll have to have something for the Don. A gift, information, something valuable.
What sort of gifts?
Oscar the Smith will tell you. He's helped a lot of people impress the Don. Oscar's good with gold. And as I say, the Don rather likes unusual things that glitter.
The Don's wife, Rachel, seems tense about something.
The Don put her in charge of this mess, and if she can't feed people, how can she control anything else? Brogar wants the Don out of the way. Proving Rachel useless only helps him.
Can you teach me about hunt?
Не-не-не, я не хочу учиться охотиться.
About Brogar. Brogar's fighters are staging fights in the arena. Would the Don approve of that?
You'd have to ask Rachel. But it might be something you can hold against Brogar. You could use it to stop Brogar. If you challenged him to combat and won, that would embarrass him in front of everyone. But it wouldn't be easy.
That's an understatement.
Well, you started on this path. Every man chooses his destination. Where are you going?
Whatever happens, I'll need to train.
A man needs skills, and with the path you've chosen, you'll need more skills than most.
There is no way I can beat Brogar with this useless equipment.
If you're after a better blade, Oscar the Smith will sell you one. If that fails, you'll need another line of attack. Magic. Try talking to Robar, the swamp farmer. He knows about magic, and as he's outside the camp, people won't hear you buying stuff.
Ладно. Давайте еще с Хокинсом поговорим.
Hey, you don't look like the rest of the Don's men.
Me? I'm the one the rest of them treats like dirt. Day in, day out, me and my workers try our best. And they need us, the bosses. But do they realize that? I wish they'd come and see what it's like. See if they like being eaten by swamp worms.
Why is it so bad here?
We keep losing men to the worms. And there are even worse fates, too. I'd rather be anywhere else. But we have to collect anything made of gold and take it to Beppo. I didn't expect to have to fight the monsters here. We're not trained for it. And that bastard Brogar should be protecting us. But do his fighters ever come and help? Do they, hell? Too drunk, most of them.
Are you in charge of the workers here?
Yeah, I'm supposed to oversee the workers at the excavations. But morale is so low that the men don't care anymore.
So the excavations have stopped?
They won't be happy when they find out. The Don's supposed to be a fair man, but Brogar isn't, and he should be protecting us. If any of my men were good at fighting, they'd have gone long ago. They'd be living it up in the bars and brothels of Harbour Town.
I can talk to Brogar for you.
Don't. It'll only cause trouble. We've tried everything. Brogar's not going to listen to you.
What can you tell me about Brogar?
Nothing. I'm not telling you anything. I don't want trouble.
You've already got trouble.
Yeah, but I'm not dead. I'd rather take my chances with the worms than get Brogar angry.
Brogar can't be that bad.
Brogar is all bad. Ask the hunters. They'll tell you what he's capable of.
Well, I offered to help.
Он типа, по-моему, говорит, что типа Брокер всегда плохой.
If I'm going to take action, I'll need better armor.
I can give you workers' clothes, that's all. And you'd have to pay. After all, you're not a worker. Why should I clothe you?
We're all stuck on this island in this swamp together. We might as well help each other. I'll see if I can get your workers back to work.
You won't. If I can't, what chance does a stranger have?
Are any of your workers around?
They should all be at the excavation site. But that doesn't mean they will be. You'll recognize them. They'll be wearing workers' clothes, even if they've got no intention of working. Uncontrollable, most of them. That's what the swamp and being ignored does to you.
How did you end up in charge of the workers?
Don't think I volunteered. No way. The Don pointed his finger at me and said,
You will oversee the excavations. And that was it.
So the Don doesn't take no for an answer. Maybe I can do something to help. How many excavation sites are there?
3. 1 east of the temple, and 2 right in the middle of the swamp. Look for the artifact crates. They mean you're in the right place.
Right.
Ну, в общем-то, ребята, я думаю, на этом стоит закончить. Мы, в принципе, познакомились с большинством людей в болотном лагере. Далее нам надо будет пытаться получить аудиенцию у Дона, сражаться на арене, помогать Рэйчел, приводить дела в лагере в порядок и, собственно говоря, делать все, что мы делаем. Кстати, я вот никогда раньше не замечал вот этот туалет на углу, а он, оказывается, здесь есть. Ну вот, думаю, мы в 1 час серии уложились, я примерно стараюсь по этому регламенту записывать, но это не означает, что я сейчас прекращу записывать игру. Нет, я просто сейчас эту серию закончу и новую начну потом. А пока что всем спасибо за просмотр, ставьте пальцы вверх, подписывайтесь на канал. В следующей серии продолжим. Всем пока.